Hello. Today I'm just going to share some of my personal must-haves as far as 3D printed upgrades and regular upgrades go for the CR-6 SE and the Ender 3 Pro. Some are printed and some are bought. Decide for yourself if you like them and if you want to upgrade. I've owned my Ender 3 for about a year and the CR-6 SE for just a couple weeks now. Some of you may have watched my unboxing video for the CR-6 and my problem with the notorious smoking power switch issue. Judging by the reactions, I think a lot of people miss the joke of that. Or hell, maybe I'm just not as funny as I think I am. Anyway, let's get into it. Ah yes, look at my CR-6 SE in all its glory. Isn't she beautiful? I'm very happy with this printer, though I'm not really happy with CREALITY's Kickstarter campaign and how they treated their backers, especially those who, like me, purchased add-ons and got pushed to the back of the line. It's like the more you spent, the worse you were treated. Unless you were a retailer who bought them by the hundreds or thousands. Anyway, that's not what this video's focus is, so let's move on. So first off, all the add-ons for both printers that you're seeing are in the description. Any that require purchases like the Amazon ones are non-affiliate links. Some of these I designed, or remixed from others' designs, and some of them I found on Thingiverse. Let's start with the things I designed. The QR cover. We're struggling a bit with an idea for this one. As you'll see on the Ender 3, I didn't want to just copy what I had done to that one. I wanted it to be somewhat different, so I decided, at least for now, to go with the biohazard symbol, and I left the QR code to be visible, just to add a little to the design. Next, the magnetic fan baffle. I don't know if all CR6 fans are this loud. But this certainly helped mine out by redirecting the noise. However, other than the fans, this printer is almost dead silent. Far quieter than my Ender 3. Then we have the push-in V-slot covers. These are great because they just snap right in. No need for removing any pieces like some of the others are designed. These are really quick and easy to print. They add a lot of style and personalization to the printer. Now on to the things I didn't design. The bed pools. I like these, but I may remix them and make them a little longer and maybe make them a little thicker or design something a little easier to grab onto. These are great, don't get me wrong, I just want something a little different for my personal taste. The cable guide. This is great for keeping the power cable straight up and not bent over. As soon as I saw the cable like that when I put this printer together, I knew that was going to be an issue that I wanted resolved as soon as possible. The designer of this did a great job making it. It's simple yet effective. Then we have the filament guide. It's not exactly difficult to guide the filament by finger between the filament out sensor and extruder, but this helps. It's pretty useful for when I print with flexible filament. That's really about the only time I have to physically reach back there and align it. So if you print with flexible filament, consider printing this. Though I had problems getting my 1.75mm filament through it, it could be a result of the print getting elephant's foot and it, closed the diameter of the exit hole, but it wasn't a big deal. Just note that you may need to take a tiny drill bit and bore it out a little bit if, you're having problems getting the filament to go through. Alright, and the drawer organizer. This is great for keeping the drawer nice and tidy, keeping your tools in the drawer nice and tidy. Without it, it looks more like a junk drawer, so to speak. I commend the designer. This is well thought out and executed. Lastly, don't pay attention to these feet that I have on here, the risers. They were originally designed, the red part of them were originally designed by me for the Ender 3 Pro, but I wanted to use them on the CR6 and I ended up having to make add-ons, which I just don't like the overall look of. I've designed a set of replacement feet for these, but I haven't printed them yet. I need to order some more flexible filament before I can print them. But here's the design in the concept stage, so to speak. The end result, it'll be black to match the printer frame. And as you can see, I have a lot of space underneath the printer, so I can, put stuff down there. Anyway, moving on to the Ender 3 Pro. Again, we'll start out with the things I designed first. You'll notice a bit of a skull theme going on here, and that's what I didn't want to copy over to the CR-6 SE. So we have the CREALITY magnetic V-slot cover. I originally was gonna add onto this, like make different, signs, but I never went back to it. It's nothing fantastic, but it does add a bit of character to the machine. And again, the QR cover, these are the skull ones I designed, which they'll fit the CR-6 SE as well. Next, the skull fan baffle for the power supply. Again, this just directs the noise away from the front of the printer to help combat the volume. And the skull SD card adapter housing. This was a remix. I literally just added the skull to continue with the theme of skulls, and this makes the micro SD card a regular sized SD card, which is, well, less likely for me to drop and lose on the floor, more commonly referred to as the black hole in my household. And the V-slot covers again for style. I used like an aqua green for these from Matter Hackers. Now the things I didn't design and the add-ons I purchased. The drawer. I believe this was the first upgrade or add-on I printed for the Ender 3. It's nicely designed, and again, I commend the creator. Very well done, and it takes away that junk drawer feel, by keeping the tools nicely separated. Next, we have the Winsin dual gear extruder. This has been way more reliable than the original extruder. It grabs the filament, bites down on it to prevent any slippage. I highly recommend this. Just remember to oil it up every so often. And the Capricorn PTFE Bowden tube. Once heat started eating away at the original PTFE tube, I just went ahead and replaced it with this. I haven't had a problem with clogging since, and it's been installed for the better part of the year that I've owned the printer. I already have one purchased and ready to go for my CR-6, I just haven't replaced it yet. It's been a couple weeks, just give me time. Alright, then the black knurled knobs. I like the metal knurled knobs look and feel over the original plastic one that came with the printer. I'm a guitarist, so I had a few of these lying around, but I added a link to some similar ones. And lastly, the TH3D Easy ABL Pro Auto Bed Leveling System. That's a mouthful. Anyway, I used this over the BL Touch simply for aesthetics. I think personally that it looks better. That's just my opinion. I will say, although it's easy to maintain once you get the hang of it, there's a lot of fiddling to get it just right. A pretty decent learning curve for a beginner. I can't speak for the BL Touch and how it compares, but I haven't had an issue with the Easy ABL that I couldn't fix myself or get help from the guys over at TH3D to assist me with. So if you're up for it, the directions are crystal clear and they are quick to offer help with any questions you may have. Give it a shot. So with that, I will say I do prefer the CR-6 over the Ender 3 Pro. If I had to buy one over the other, knowing what I know now, I would probably go with the CR-6 just because it's way easier to set up and start printing. It has auto bed leveling right out of the box. It's literally set up and go. However, what I've learned just by putting the Ender 3 Pro together and tinkering with it is invaluable. You can't really get that kind of insight with a quick setup like the CR-6 SE has. So there's pros and cons to both. With one, it's easier to set up and go, and with one, you gain more technical experience and knowledge. So take that into consideration if you're looking for a printer and you're comparing the two. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I appreciate you checking out the video, and until next time, have the best day ever.